What if I told you that I've recently learned a technique that has cut down my worrying about things about 95%? It's so effective that it's a little astonishing to me. And I learned it from a lady named Brenda Turner, and she was actually teaching about how you can do a better job on YouTube without it affecting you. And she had on her thumbnail, "Never make a YouTube video." And I was like, what is that? She spends time talking about what you can't affect and what you can affect. So she introduces the concept of the dot. And you see this little teeny black dot? Well, what you do is you put everything that you can't affect in the black dot, and you really concentrate on all the things outside the dot. So if you're a YouTube creator, you can't affect how many views a video gets, or how many subscribers you have, or how well received it is, or what the algorithm does. Those are beyond your ability. But what you can do is think about, well, what do I want to offer the world? What is going to be my mission? And then try to make videos that are generous and do those types of things. So I started out just thinking about that. And when I started worrying about how many views I was getting or how many subscribers, I would just go put it in the dot. And then it started to go on to other things, like I can't affect what choices my children make or what choices my grandchildren make. I can teach them, which I've done, and I can love them, which I can do, but ultimately the decision of what they do is theirs. I can't affect what other people do outside my home. Ultimately, the decision is theirs. I can't really affect the economy. I can just live in it and do the best I can with managing our money. I can't change if someone has passed away, but I can choose how I respond to it, what I've learned from them, and it just goes on and on and on. And so I made this little thing to put up here on my wall, and I have that in my mind all the time. And when I find myself worrying, I go put it in the dot and think about outside the dot. It is amazing what that's done and how fast that's turning me around just to go put it in the dot. And it's amazing how all these things, they really don't add up to much, and so the dot's small, but I also keep it small on purpose because the things I can't affect that worry me are really small considering all the things that I can do in my life to make my life better without thinking I'm going to control other people or try to depend on them and their actions to make me happy. This is working so well for me. I thought I've got to share this with my friends. So just think about putting all that stuff that you can't do anything about in the dot, and what can you do that's not in the dot. And you might want to draw something like this or have something to remind you. I really like this because it's a visual representation. Here's the dot, the little black dot, and here's really all the good in my life and how I react to things and the choices I can make and what I can do something about. It really works well. So if you find that you've related to any of this, you might want to subscribe, but it's your choice. And I hope I see you again. Bye.